I'm Bryan Houston. Glad to have you here. We're going to get right to something right now because this gentleman that is holding for us is on a tight time frame right now. But, of course, you know the White House Wildcats will take on the Ennis Lions in Mesquite on Friday night in the first round of the Class 4A playoffs. And with us right now on the APEC VIP hotline, cutting-edge training for the serious athlete, apecgo.com. Joining us right now, right before he goes out to practice, is the Ennis head football coach, Jack Alvarez. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great.
Thank you very much for coming on with us. We appreciate you squeezing us in there. Talk a little bit about your football team this year, a team that got off to an 8-0 start, dropped the last two ball games, and goes into this playoff games. The 16-0 loss to Waxahachie at the end of the season. But overall, a great season for your team in the third year of what looks like the culmination of a rebuilding program for you.
I've only been here 2 years.
2 years.
Second year.
Okay.
Yes. We got off to a fast start. Had a great year up to the Lancaster game. Lancaster, very talented club. We went over there and it was like the perfect storm. They got after us pretty good, and then the next week Waxahachie comes in here, and they're a highly motivated team. Had to beat us to get in, and no excuses. They whipped us. So you're right. We fast start, we've dropped 2, and we got to find a way to rebound.
Again, no shame losing to Lancaster, the only team to beat John Tyler this year. They're awfully good. And again, Waxahachie with the kind of tradition that they've got. Did you expect to have the kind of team you have now this year, coming off a 3-7 season last year? I know you had a lot of returning starters coming back.
We thought we had a chance to be pretty good. We didn't know how good, but we knew we were going to be much better than our first season here. Kids really bought into the program. They're working hard, and hopefully they're still hungry. All
right, so tell me a little bit about the kind of offense and defense you run for folks that have never seen Ennis play before. What are the things that you do and do well?
We base out of a 4-3 cover 2 on defense. We try to be physical, run the ball, just line up correctly and run the ball. That's kind of our philosophy on defense. Offensively, we're if you read somewhere, it's going to tell you we're a wing T or slot, but we're not. We're a multiple formation offense. We're a run-based offense, but we like to throw it around a little bit too. So it's,
What would you say would be the average number of passes in a normal ball game if everything was going well and the game was within reach, where you weren't having to play catch-up? How many times might you throw the ball in a ball game?
I think the first 8 games, I think we're averaging anywhere from 18 to 22 times a game throwing it.
Okay, so it's not a spread, wide open, throw it all over the field kind of offense.
No, we're a controlled passing game, try to take what they're giving us.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this. I want to hear about your running back, Terrence Williams. He sounds like a full-grown man.
He's a big kid. He's had a good year so far, and he's still developing. I mean, he's not near what he can be by the time he gets out of here, but he's a good running back. He catches the ball, runs well, smart kid. Pretty
much the center of your offense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And who else on the offense might we want to keep an eye on Friday night?
Well, Brandon Adams, quarterback, number 15. The other running back's a pretty good hand, too. Nick Gabriel, number 23. Number 10, number 11 are our wide receivers, and our tight end, Ryan Woods, number 12. That's everybody.
So you got a nice balanced offense then.
We try to be.
Okay. And then on defense, I understand you got a heck of a linebacker in Malik Jenkins.
Yes, sir. Great kid. He's been he's had a few scholarship offers. I think Rice and several schools like that, Washington State. So he's going to get a chance to play at the next level, but he's an awfully good high school football player.
Is he your one Division I player, or have you got others?
He's the only one that anybody's told me about so far, but he's a good one, and some of the other kids are, they're still being looked at.
How about your free safety, Joshawn Johnson? Is he still with you? And
yes, sir. Joshawn, he's our safety, and we give him a little duty at offense sometimes too. He's a very special athlete.
Okay, I want to get your impressions on the White House football team that you're going to play on Friday night.
They're a good football team. I think it's going to be a fun game. They like to score and throw it around. And we like to score, not necessarily throwing around. So it'll be probably both ends of the spectrum there. But anyway, they're a good football team. They're physical on defense. So I know they got some young kids on defense, but I've been very impressed with them. Number 3 and number 2. I don't know. I don't have a roster in front of me, but big kid, run downhill and tackle, and cover. But anyway, they got some good players. Linebacker 37, he's a good player, and their defensive ends, they all look. I mean, they look like the real deal. So, you know, we feel like if we can win the game, I think whoever wins this game is going to have a chance to play a while.
Your team coming off of 2 losses now. What kind of mental frame of mind are they in right now? And has it been hard to get them back going? Have they lost any confidence?
I hope not. I mean, you know, you never know. They're still young kids. Hopefully, you know, young kids they tend to bounce back. People like my age, sometimes we don't bounce back so good. So I've probably taken it harder than they have. But anyway, you know, it's been a good year, and hopefully we can you know, just keep playing hard.
When I was doing the research, I had seen some rosters and things that showed you being in the 3rd year, so I apologize for the mistake. When you took over the program, I believe they were coming off a 2-7 year, and then last year 2-8, and then last year you came in. Tell me about the circumstances surrounding you coming into Ennis. Where had you come from, and what kind of situation was the program in when you got there?
I was in Southeast Texas. I coached down there 11 years. Kirbyville's the head coach, and I'd been at West Sabine at Pineland. That was my first head job. Before that, I just kind of traveled a little circle through there, Jasper, Lufkin, Newton. I coached in those programs, and you know, I pretty much have East Texas roots. And then I move up here, have an opportunity to have this job. Coach Harrell, you know, here at Ennis, he'd won a lot of games in the program. You know, it was in good shape. It just, you know, they had a little dip in athletic ability, in my opinion. You know, those guys did a great job, and had the opportunity to get the job and trying to get them back where they've been. You
said East Texas. Your roots were in East Texas. Where's your hometown?
Actually, I'm from Arkansas, but my whole coaching career I've been in East Texas.
Okay, because
I coached a couple of years. I coached a couple of years in, you know, at McNeese and Northwestern, and
okay,
and then my first year in high school football, I was in Jasper. So since I was about 23 or 4, I've been right here.
You got that piney wood sap in the blood, then, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do like it. I like the people there. So it's fun.
And so the situation in Ennis, obviously, they must be thrilled with the season you've had this year, and I'm sure they're chomping at the bit to get another state championship, right? They expect those things up there.
They are. I mean, they do expect it. It's going to take more than 8 wins to satisfy the hunger around here. I can tell you that.
What is it like going into a community, into a program like that, where the expectations are high and they've had the success that Ennis has had over the years?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, as far as just, you know, the expectation of the kids and the work ethic, that's what's here. I mean, fans are fans. You win, they come. You don't, they're not going to come. I think it's been, you know, I think fan-wise, it's been a little down. I think you got a lot of closet supporters waiting to see how you're going to do. But, you know, it's been, I think, 5 years since they've been in the playoffs, and you know, I think 2008, and before that they had a couple down years too. So, you know, it's not a bad situation to come in here and try to rebuild just because of the tradition here.
Okay, and then so you got this ball game coming up this Friday night, and there's plenty of room on the bandwagon, I guess, right?
Oh, there's going to be plenty of seats on our side, I imagine.
What kind of a ball game are you expecting this Friday night? Do you expect it to be a high-scoring or a low-scoring affair?
I don't know. I mean, I hadn't seen nobody really slow White House down, so I expect they're going to score some points. And then, until 2 weeks ago, we were scoring a lot of points, so I would expect there to be some scoring in the game. Now,
I do know, and I'm sure you know by looking at tape, the one area where White House has struggled over the years is people that can run the ball downhill. White House has problems with that, so it looks like the matchup could be favorable for you there.
Well, we'll have to see that when we get to the game. We was planning on throwing it ever down.
Yeah, right. I'm not believing a word of this. I can tell you that now. No, it's going to be a great football game, Coach. I know you're busy, and I know you got to get your team back out there and get working out this afternoon. So thank you very much for coming on with us. We really do appreciate it. Congratulations on a great year, and we're looking forward to a great football game on Friday night.
All right. Thank you, sir.